Good morning, heading into the afternoon, everybody. Welcome to episode 14 of Let's Draw on Something. I am Craig Smith, the second, born and raised in 773, relocated to the 901, and we'll be counting down the days. I get ready to lead the 256 for the moment. Not for good, but for the moment. With me is this time is my co-host who represents the Jimmy JSmoove Network, none other than the man himself, Jimmy JSmoove. Born and raised in 901, he represents the 832. Y'all know how he do. And if y'all do, y'all just stay 100% true when he talks. What's going on, Jimmy?
What's popping or what's dropping live and direct and full effect. Y'all already know, but let me get this straight right here before
Okay, hold on.
anybody.
Jimmy, get ready to make an editorial comment. So go ahead. I apologize for interrupting you on that, Jimmy, but go ahead and say what you got to say.
And we're gonna talk about a number of things, but this is in particular should be shut down for the rest of everybody's life. First of all, our boy LeBron James had just became an honorary member of the 666 Mafia. That means he got three. You know what I'm saying? I want to start that off. You know what I'm saying? He just became an honorary member of the 666 Mafia. He got 3 championships and 6 losses. That became and DJ Paul and Juicy J just came on to say, hey, since you got 3-6, you're a part of the 3-6 club. Come on and join us, dog. So that's the first and foremost. Second of all, I'm the biggest LeBron fan in NBA history. You're talking about a LeBron fan, so before you so-called LeBron unrealistic fans come through, I'm a LeBron fan. I wanted LeBron to win. I said it numerous times. I want LeBron to win because I like what he stands for. However, don't y'all ever in your life say compare this nigga to Michael Jordan. Don't y'all ever do no fuck shit like that ever again. You can say what you want about Michael Jordan and his personal life, which some of that can be debunked, but I ain't got time to go into that right now. But Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, hands down. Now, if LeBron won those 9 titles without becoming the 3-6 Mafia club, you can argue that. Yes. Even if he had one loss out of those 9 tries, you can argue that. You can't argue with that at all. You can't argue that Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time right now. Well, he's been to more NBA finals, and it took him 15 years. It took him like 9 years to get his first title. And this dude started. We're talking about LeBron James.
Okay, but let me cut you off right there. See, ironically, as a subject state, Jimmy and I, we're going to talk about the NBA Finals aftermath and where LeBron James is going to go, and I'm going to give my take on what I think the Cavs will do. And Jimmy's take may be different from mine, but really, what Jimmy has just went on here and started off by putting in the precursor of things, because I have something to say about that as well. And I agree with Charles Barkley. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if you wrinkle and old and walk with a broken back. You come to me and say is LeBron better than Michael Jordan? I'm gonna slap the shit out your ass. By none. But continue, Jimmy.
Yeah, and so I'm a big LeBron fan, but I'm a bigger Michael Jordan fan. Why I'm a bigger Michael Jordan fan? Because Michael Jordan had a will to win. When LeBron started losing, he know his team is not finna come back. Guess what? He lose that will. Michael Jordan can play all 4 quarters. Now, he might not score all 4 quarters, but he plays all 4 quarters because, number one, Michael Jordan going to find a way to get an assist. He going to find a way to get a rebound. He going to find a way to make a key defensive play. You know what I'm saying? He going to find a way to get his teammates in the game. He going to find a way to make a difference in the game. Michael Jordan played all 4 quarters. That's the reason why Michael Jordan was clutch. LeBron is not clutch. He never been clutch. You know what I'm saying?
And go ahead. Well, and I've been trying to tell this guy at work that LeBron is not clutch. You're talking about he saw the game. He's not. I don't give. And then the worst thing you can do, and I'm a Libra. You cannot win an argument with us, man. You can't win an argument with me, no matter how right you try to be. You still wrong. One guy at work, he a LeBron lover, man. He ride LeBron's nutsack so fucking much. It's a shame.
Yeah.
He told me that LeBron is more clutch than Michael Jordan. I'm like, man, bullshit. I
No.
asked him, I said, well, let me ask you this. I said, who's more clutch? Who's the more clutch quarterback, Tom Brady or Joe Montana? He couldn't tell me,
Yeah.
you know?
And don't get me wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tom Brady is a great player in his own right, and I'm speaking from a Tom Brady hater. But on the Craig Smith and Jimmy JSmoove show, I don't give a fuck how much I dislike you. I'm gonna give you credit. We're
Damn
gonna give you
right.
credit where credit is due, regardless of how much we hate you. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, Tom Brady's a hell of a clutch guy, but he's not no fucking Joe Montana. He's nowhere near as clutch as Joe Montana. Joe
Nope.
Montana is getting a touchdown. If he got the ball at the last, he getting a touchdown. Tom Brady kicking field goals and shit like that. He just recently started going for the touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So that's a major difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? Joe Montana has always took the ball down the field and scored it in there. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Yes, Tom Brady had a damn good playoff record, but he has 3 Super Bowl losses. He has multiple AFC championship losses and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it is what it is. But with
That's
with, with LeBron James, as my boy Bar None, aka Tim Barr from the BTW championship team, he called him LeBron James, and he didn't have he didn't
and also let me
go
give a
ahead.
big shout out to my boy Morris Hardiman. He said the same thing, and you guys can check if you are some gamers and you want to hear real shit being spoken through his commentary, check out his page 1308. The words 1308. He has pretty check his page out. He has some pretty cool shit on there. But yeah, I mean my boy Morris Hardiman even said that he's a bum. It was
And mhm.
it was a lady. We was somewhere. I forgot where it was somewhere. Nice looking one by might I add. She when LeBron went down with his hand, she made a comment. She said, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute. She said, "Oh, look at him, poor baby. Now he playing like he hurt."
Well, here's the thing: LeBron just had his will taken away from him against the Golden State Warriors. It is it is inevitable that he cannot beat the Golden State Warriors unless he goes to an entirely different team. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now, we do have to point the finger at management. Push come to a shove. I don't give a damn what y'all say about Kobe. Kobe didn't have that many all-star players, but here's the difference though. Kobe team made plays when they needed to make plays. Whereas with LeBron, they're not making plays where they needed to be. When they need him to when he needs them to make the plays and stuff like that. We can talk that Dirk Nowitzki argument. You know what I'm saying? And I'm giving LeBron the benefit of the doubt. I'm not making excuses. I'm putting facts. People say, Dirk Nowitzki didn't have an all-star team and stuff like that, but they made plays when they needed to make them. That's the difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Cleveland, they're not making the plays. J.R. Smith changed the whole complex of the whole series. They would not have
He
gotten
really
swept.
did.
They would not have gotten swept
And
if
gonna tell you
if
what
he
I
had
think.
not made. Go ahead.
Everybody, he said something about, he was quick to say he hit a blackboard. Ain't no way in hell you gonna break your hand on a blackboard, and then if you broke your hand, what you doing moving your fingers? You can't move your fingers on doing with a broke hand.
No, I mean, I don't think he broke it.
I
He
mean,
probably sprained it at best.
yeah,
But he should be able to play it with a sprained hand and stuff like that. From what I understand, Magic Johnson played with several sprained hands in his day. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And he still got NBA Finals MVP. He's been injured quite more often than what people realized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Michael. I mean, as a matter of fact, he played with an ankle injury the Detroit series where they got swept. You know what I'm saying? He just played. He fought through that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was like, they got their
Are
ass
you
kicked,
talking
but he
about
was
that
like,
year? Are you talking about the year the Lakers swept the first round, swept the second, swept the conference finals, and they turned around and got swept by Detroit, the 89 finals?
yeah, he was injured that finals. That's for sure. He was injured throughout
They,
that whole series,
yeah, they said
from what I understand.
89, 90, that 88, 89 Lakers team was a kick ass team, man. I think they only lost like 18 games that year.
Yeah, yep. And that was out. I mean, and this is with a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who sharply declined, which you couldn't blame him for retiring after that because his decline went sharp. It was a sharp decline. It wasn't, because the year before he averaged like 17 points a game, and then that entire year he averaged like 10, 11 points a game. So he sharply declined that year. So, and we're talking about a 42-year-old Kareem, which at that time was unheard of to hear a 42-year-old playing basketball. But, a 40-year-old period, because,
look at Tom Brady, he about to be 41. He's still playing football.
Yeah, but like 2 years before, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was running the floor, running that Showtime offense like he was a young man. You know what I'm saying? And the reason for that is because he walked around at 130 pounds throughout his whole career, but he was a strong 130 pounds. People slept on how small but how strong that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was. Because most centers at that time walked around at 260 pounds, 270, at best 280 pounds. Where Shaq came in there at 300 pounds and shit like that. But Kareem would get you in foul trouble just like Shaq. He had the same effect that Shaq had. You got it. You racked up fouls. Your entire front line had to have a front line coming off the bench, because if you wasn't careful, Kareem got your team in foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because he was so quick and he was so fucking strong. For people like, damn, this dude's skinny and long, but he's strong as shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but getting back on our boy LeBron, or as people call him, Brick, whatever you want to call him, LeBron. Go ahead.
Okay, now I made the following Facebook statuses the other day. I said this. I said, when LeBron went to the Heat, we suddenly had Miami fans. When he went back to Cleveland, the Heat fans quickly became Cavs fans again. Now that the talk this offseason is whether or not he'll resign with the Cavs or not. If he decides to go to Brooklyn, where everyone become Nets fans next year, then
I don't know, man. I mean,
then I made this point. I said LeBron has won 3 championships in 15 years. And I said Steph has won 3 championships in 4 years, but yet Bron is the quote unquote GOAT. Then somebody replied me talking about, but Steph been in the league 10 years though. But then this is what I also had to acknowledge too, a couple of guys that correctly big shout out to Clyde Graham and Chris King and Kingfish himself, Chris Kingfish James. When I said this, I said after this LeBron James post, I'm done. Michael Jordan was drafted in 1984. It took him 7 years to get his first title with one team. Steph Curry was drafted in 2009, and it took him 6 years to get his first title with one team. LeBron James was drafted in 2003, and it took him 9 years to get his first title with another team. I said the point is this. Everyone wants to ask Kevin Durant about what he did, ring chasing, if you will. But nobody never acknowledged the first ring chaser, and that's LeBron James. And when my boy corrected me on that, he said, no, LeBron was not the first one. He said, you forget about the big 3 in Boston. And if you think about it, Karl Malone and Gary Payton did the same thing before them going to the Lakers. And before King. Yeah, most definitely. Kingfish said, and Clyde Drexler. And then you comment on there, said ring chaser started in the 60s with Will Chamberlain, then Earl Monroe, Moses Malone, and Boston, like Clyde Graham said.
Yeah, they was always ring chasing.
And big props to y'all, man, because y'all did make good points. I stand corrected on that. But
yeah, because ring chasing. Go ahead.
Because I'm like you. I'm tired of these damn LeBron, Michael Jordan comparisons. Also, comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron James like comparing ice cream to shit. And I said that once before.
I agree.
Now, LeBron, he's now part of the 3-6 Mafia. Now, if he went 6-3 in the finals and won 6 championships, okay, maybe we got something going there. But you don't get to say, oh, LeBron the greatest player of all time, but he 3-6 in the finals. He bitches, and I agree with something about what Charles Barkley said last year. He said he whines too fucking much. He does. I mean, that was at the time when he had Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. And I was making the point one of the supervisors at the job, and the guy from the office even agreed with me. I said, it was one thing Michael Jordan never did. He bitched. Michael Jordan never bitched about him not having enough help. He worked what the fuck he had.
Yeah.
With Pitt, he
But
never did. Hold on, I mean, this was like before Pitt, but because he knew he needed some help. With Pippen, they drafted Pippen, Grant, and all the other stuff. That's like me saying, Jimmy, okay, but LeBron bitching about he need more help that last year. And I remember the quotes, we need us a playmaker. We're top heavy. Okay. You had Cleveland go after Kyle fucking Korver, who was a fucking all-star in his own right with the Atlanta Hawks. The man went from averaging 19 points a game to riding the bench.
yeah.
What the fuck? Barber was on to something. LeBron probably want all the good players on his team. He do not. He don't want to compete, and I think that's true. He don't want to fucking compete. I mean, because let's face it. Let's just say if the Green Bay Packers,
Right.
or better yet, I ain't gonna say Green Bay. Let's just say any college football team. Let's just use any Stevesburg coach Florida football team. If he had a passer that passed for 4,000 yards and then he was athletic enough to run for 1,000, okay, the running back runs for 1,000, and then he got two wide receivers, or two receivers and a tight end, or both three wide receivers. Each catch for 1,000 yards. All three of them catch for 1,000 yards. And by the way, y'all, that's homage to the 2005 Tulsa Hurricane football team because they done it twice. And so let me repeat myself. You got a quarterback that passed for 4,000 yards and ran for over 1,000. You got a running back that ran for over 1,000. And you got three wide receivers that caught some passes for 1,000 yards. But your quarterback will bitch and complain and say, our offense ain't good enough. Well, how the fuck if it ain't good enough, how the fuck y'all manage to get out of the yards? People, exactly. Y'all gotta, and then you so-called sports fans that think y'all know a lot of shit. 60s. You need to do some damn, you need to learn some psychology behind this shit. And like everybody, and I'm gonna take some shots at some folks here. And everybody that always call me Mr. ESPN. Let me tell you something. I don't fuck with ESPN no more. I barely watch ESPN. The only time I watch ESPN is watching Mike Wilbon and Tony Courthouse. That's it. And Around the Horn. They're the only two shows I watch. But really, since y'all like to call some folks like to call Mr. ESPN so much and shit like that, y'all really need to pay attention to the fact that half the fucking sports anchors, you be like using all that psychology on your ass. They know how to play mind game. They know how to fuck with your mind and shit. It be subliminal and subtle hints and shit with their little fucking commentary and everything what else they say. You really gotta be paying attention to some of that shit. And it's like I said, if your offensive football can do all that what I said, but your quarterback complaining about the offense ain't good enough, what the fuck? Now I can see if your offense, if everybody in your offense, whether it's quarterback, running back, and your wide receiver, tight end, putting up them numbers, but your team ranking near the shitter as far as points scored. Okay, I can see that happening. But if you say your offense ain't good enough and your team is like in the top 5 scoring, I'm like the coach. I'm gonna pull your ass. I'm like the coach. I'm gonna have. If it came out, hey, if my star quarterback said this shit, I'm gonna say, hey, you need to bring your ass on and hit this damn offense right now. That way, me, the offensive coordinator, and everybody else on that offensive staff can chew your ass out.
Yeah, but what I will say this, Kevin Love, last year, he wasn't making the plays he needed to make either, though. Last year.
That's all on coaching. That's all on coaching, and then plus he wasn't getting the ball enough either. So you can't say Kevin Love sorry, and I get tired of that man's getting some trades and shit. He really wasn't getting the ball on that shit. But
But he has, but that's where communication comes in as a player. He need to demand for the fucking ball. He need to demand the ball on the court. When nobody's passing the ball to you, you try to motion to the nearest, you motion to the guy that's dribbling the basketball, or you get open. That's how you handle that, and then raise your hand up and go for the ball. He's not communicating at all. And then when he has gotten the ball, he let little bitty skinny ass Draymond Green whoop his ass in that post, man. Draymond Green, come on now. That shouldn't even happen. Kevin Love is a big, solid country white boy, man. He should be able to push this dude around. Draymond Green is 6'7", and some estimates say he's like 6'6" in some cases. He should be able to dominate this dude.
But they saying the man 6'8", but. Did you? But I was trying to play this video when Charles Barkley basically told him man he was so fucking annoying to his face. Which I gotta agree with Charles, man. Draymond could be a little bit fucking annoying, man. He's a good player, but he's too fucking annoying. Hello? Oh shit, I lost Jimmy McBride, y'all. I don't know what the fuck done happened. Shit. Jimmy, are you there? God damn it. Well, I done lost him, y'all, but like Jimmy and I was saying, and he had to go to the wash, so I guess he could hook up some little fucked up ass Wi-Fi over there. All right, he back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what happened was somebody tried to call me, and somebody tried to call me, so that messed everything up though. But no,
yeah, but you see? Yeah, but I was saying, did you see when I was trying to get the damn video to play, but this is like every time I try to play it, the motherfucker keep buffering and shit, and I got fucking high speed internet, and the shit still buffers. That one video stay buffering. Charles Barkley told Draymond Green to his face that he's fucking annoying, and I got it, which he is, though, man. I mean, cause he don't. I put like I understand some players don't want to answer the media, but you got a motherfucker that'll answer you the realest question and the realest question. Draymond to take it as an insult. He be so fucking annoying. He don't come clear with none of his answers about the shit. He subtly avoids. He do more avoiding than he does both. He avoids the question, the answer to the question, then he alludes to an answer. He'll backtrack and avoid it. So I ain't never heard nobody that do both at the same time, allude and avoid answer the question. Just be fucking real. But Barkley did have a point. He is fucking annoying though. He's a good player, but he annoying as fuck. Like he told that lie when he said something about we laid a goose egg, like yeah, we knew we could have swept them, but we laid a goose egg in that fourth game last year. Y'all motherfucking lied. Y'all did that shit intentionally. We ain't stupid, Draymond. Yeah. Come on, dude. We ain't stupid. Talking about we laid the goose egg, but then we got them back. Oh. Y'all had a chance to sweep Cleveland. Y'all was about to repeat the same shit. It was like y'all did back in 2016, but y'all did.
Yeah. Yeah. But But yeah, I think that was on. Go ahead.
But
I can hear you.
With this aftermath of this finals, man, I'm just gonna say this. I'm glad it's over. Jimmy JSmoove and I, we both called a sweep. Hell, we even gave him the benefit of the doubt one time. We said Cleveland was gonna win a game. But
yeah.
And even Golden State, I'm put it like this: Golden State was playing a shitty game themselves in Game 4, but they still whooped their ass. Everybody was playing like shit. Curry was playing. Well, all of a sudden, Curry decided to turn it up a little bit. I get sick of him though. So I like Steph Curry, good player, but he be throwing up all these little fuck boy shots, man. He need to quit. Cause he and then Durant once again, I said it on here, I said Durant was gonna win the NBA Finals MVP again. The man had posted a triple-double in the whole series.
But I don't think he was MVP of the finals, though. That's just me personally. I think Curry should have got the MVP. I think that's a or if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna give Durant the MVP, why not have a co-MVP of the finals? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I felt like Curry was more of value. You know what I'm saying? More value to them. Yes, Durant had a monster game, had a monster game 3. But what has he done outside of game 3? I mean, for real. You know, yes, he hit some key free throws in game 1, but still, he was not consistent throughout the game. When the fourth quarter came, Kevin Durant has not showed up in some of those fourth quarters and stuff like that. He been, especially in the Houston Rockets series, but Curry been the most consistent throughout the whole series. And a lot of people have said that. This ain't just me saying, this is a host of other people saying that Curry should have got the MVP. I felt Curry should have got the MVP when they gave Iguodala. This is like the second time they kind of robbed him of the NBA Finals MVP. So I'm feeling like if you're going to give these guys, those two guys, the NBA Finals MVP, I felt like that could have been a co-MVPs on one or two occasions.
He won it in 2015, man. He won that Finals MVP in 2015.
No, he didn't.
He did?
No, Iguodala won the MVP. Iguodala won the MVP.
Yeah,
Iguodala won the MVP in 2015.
That's what I said. Iguodala won the NBA Finals MVP in 2015.
Yeah, but I felt Curry should have won it then.
Deserved it.
I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that. Because without Curry giving him those assists throughout that MVP, they would have lost. You got to think about that. You got to take that in consideration. He got a lot of his points off assist. He didn't get those points by himself. So I think if you take Curry off Golden State, they lose. They lose year in and year out. They're gonna probably make the playoffs with the little bit of team they got, but they're not gonna be no champions. I can assure you that. So I feel like he should have won it, and especially this series. You know, Kevin Durant just showed up in game 3. He was the key guy in game 3. But Curry has been the leading scorer in 3 of the 4 NBA finals games. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like he should have got the MVP. Or you could, like I say, you can argue a co-MVP if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think the last time a co-MVP happened in sports was back in the 2001 World Series when Kurt Schilling and Randy Johnson both won.
Yeah, but those guys in particular were equal, but they played equal. They were equal factors in that particular particular series. So you couldn't have one without the other. As far as pitching and stuff like that, their pitching is what took it to Game 7 and is what beat the Yankees that year. You know what I'm saying? Because the Yankees was an all-star team. The Diamondbacks was not supposed to beat the Yankees. And those guys had to have picture-perfect pitching to even put it in the Game 7. You know what I'm saying? Those guys were on. So, yes, they deserved the co-MVPs because those guys were major factors in that World Series. And then from what I understood, he came back to the Red Sox, and Kurt Schilling came back to the Red Sox and won the MVP of the World Series. And Pedro Martinez was the key pitcher in that series. But, you know what I'm saying? Kurt Schilling, he deserved it that year. I'll give him props where props is due. But I felt like they should consider a co-MVP the way Curry played throughout the finals. He been snubbed at the MVP twice. You know, now last year, I can't dispute Kevin Durant was the MVP of the NBA Finals. We cannot dispute that.
35 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. But let me cut you off there. But that MVP was overshadowed by the fact that LeBron had a triple-double. Okay, but did LeBron win the championship though? Thank you.
Yeah, no. The NBA Finals MVP is based on who wins the championship, how valuable this guy is to the championship. The reason why Jerry West won the NBA Finals MVP in '69 and he's the only guy to win on a losing team because he was basically playing by himself in that NBA Finals MVP. And not just that, Jerry West had Wilt Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, and Gail Goodrich, and Pat Riley was coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? He was another bench player. You know, so he had like four Hall of Famers, 5 if you include Pat Riley and as a coach. So he was playing with 4 Hall of Famers, and he was doing everything by himself. And luckily it went to Game 7 that year. They got lucky that the Lakers was able to take it Game 7, because the way how good the Celtics were, had like 7 Hall of Famers on their team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But with the way those guys score, the way Elgin Baylor could give you 30 or 40 points every night, the way Gail Goodrich could give you 30 or 40 points every night, the way that Wilt Chamberlain could give you 30 or 40 points every night, those guys should have at least made that game. They should have at least helped Jerry West. So that's the reason for Jerry West getting the NBA Finals MVP on a losing team. But that will never happen again, because it's supposed to be the most valuable player on the winning team. That's the way the NBA Finals, that's the reason why they called it the Bill Russell Award. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people felt Bill Russell should have got the MVP because of his defensive play. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. That's never going to happen again. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I said, I felt like Curry is the NBA Finals MVP. I just felt that way. And then, like I said, if you're going to give it to Durant, why not make them both MVPs? You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel about that. Just like I could argue Kyrie Irving and LeBron James were the Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? Of NBA Finals. You can argue Kyrie Irving should have won the MVP when he made the shot. Because without
he should have won, but then they gave it to LeBron, though, didn't?
Yeah, they gave it to LeBron, and I felt that was unfair to Kyrie, because without Kyrie, guess what? They would have lost the Finals. They would not have. They would not have won it. Yes, LeBron. But the only reason why I argue LeBron should have been the co-MVP, because he made the play. Because if Golden State had scored in that instance when Iguodala was going for the layup, that would have shifted momentum to State. What happened was LeBron had made that block, and momentum made the block. Kyrie Irving hit the shot, and guess what? Momentum shifted to the Cleveland Cavaliers. When you're at a tie game, when people are in a drought, because there was a drought for like 3 or 4 minutes, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It was a long drought. They weren't scoring for a good minute. It was a tie game for a good minute. When you're in a drought like that, when both teams in a drought like that, all it takes is one big play to change the whole game. And when Kyrie was able to hit the shot, as LeBron made the biggest play of his career, that shifted momentum to Cleveland Cavs. Momentum shifted there. So, like I said, you could argue both guys was MVP during that NBA Finals. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think the NBA Commission, I think the people, Board of Governors, and I'm going to talk to them about that. I'm going to call them up, and I'm going to be like, hey, y'all should have made those 2 guys co-MVPs. You need to consider co-MVPs when both guys are big factors in the finals.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I was gonna say, like, from a final standpoint, good. I'm glad I didn't watch it, because, and let's just be real here. Everybody, then like Klay Thompson and LeBron James had nerve to get smart talking about would tell teams to beat us. Yeah, have something different. Okay.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with Klay though, man. But I was gonna say this: Golden State had a shitty playoff run, man. With the exception of how they dominated against New Orleans, and see, that's partially on New Orleans' fault, because New Orleans don't have the shooters to match up with them. They have too much beat to match, to counter Golden State. But in order to complement that, I mean, come on. Golden State got a point guard that can not only play point, but he can shoot the lights out. Shooting guard that can shoot the lights out. You got Kevin Durant, who's a slasher forward that can shoot. Draymond Green, when he can stop being a dick sometimes. He's more of a stretch big. Well, basically, Draymond do what the fuck he want to do. And then you got JaVale McGee on the side. I mean, that's the only way to see New Orleans, what they got. Drew Holiday, DeMarcus Cousins, and you said it too. Had DeMarcus Cousins not tore his Achilles tendon, they would have took Golden State 7 games. But benefit of doubt, they would have took them 6.
Yeah,
they would have took them 6. Because everybody sleep on it. But see, everybody sleep on the fact that DeMarcus Cousins he can go out and pop some 3-pointers, and he stated himself. He said he got tired of Calipari telling him he need to play like a true big man, how he's supposed to play his system. No. If Cousins know he can shoot that 3-pointer, he got an outside shot, he can do it. You know, that's one thing I give about Boogie Cousins. Boogie, hey, shout out to him, by the way. He honest about a lot of shit. And the dude can play inside and out. I think he's hard to beat. But I'm just glad this finals is over with, man. I get so sick of this shit. And mark my words. And if you pull up this recording and put it like this, Jimmy, if you get home, replay this quarterback, I want you this live feedback, this live stream back. I want you to say this clip that I'm about to say on one of your video edits song. If any motherfucking body, I'm like Charles Barkley, man, if anybody from any media outlet or anybody that I work with that are LeBron fans or something and say that it's gonna be Golden State and Cleveland again, I'm done watching basketball. Period. I won't give a fuck about what goes on in the NBA. I don't give a fuck about what Phoenix Suns doing, the Nuggets, the Memphis Robert bitch ass, cheap ass Pira, and the Memphis Grizzlies and everything else. And by the way, the funniest Facebook status of the day that I've seen said, why don't you just get together with Mike Conley and have him draft who he wants on the team. And I still say, him hiring J.D. Bickerstaff was the worst fucking thing that any damn team can do, because, and Jimmy JSmoove put it best, if you hire somebody named Bickerstaff,
his name ain't J.D. Bickerstaff no more. His name is J.D. Bitch Hope. Bitch Hope, that's crap. That's his name.
Say that again, because you got wind blowing in here. And he just went off air again, y'all.
Hold on.
Told you about messing with that unsecured ass Wi-Fi.
This damn thing here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
This is some crazy. Oh, this crap.
But Jimmy picked it. Let me fill you in. Jimmy picked the wrong.
Are you there?
To go on the wash. Yeah, I'm here. Jimmy's having some mic issues right now.
Yeah, and I hate this because this is a long ass cord. But no, I called the nigga JD Bitch Hole. That's crap. That's his name.
That's the worst fucking news. That's the worst fucking thing that the Memphis Grizzlies could ever do. Was hire that man on full fucking time. You're not getting shit. I mean, any fucking time you got a team that's loaded with James Harden and Eric Gordon and Trevor Ariza, you couldn't get them motherfuckers in the playoffs. Hell, you don't need the coach. And this is at the time when they fired Kevin McHale as the coach. I'm like, and that really was a bad mistake on Houston's part, because Kevin McHale was a hell of a good coach, man. He knew how to coach up guys like Harden and everybody else. But they fired him, man. Let's just be real. They fired the man because he called out James Harden for being lazy on defense.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
In which he is lazy on defense, but this year he's gotten a lot better than he has been in past years.
Yep.
You know, I don't know what Mike D'Antoni done said to this dude, but he got a lot better on defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think Mike D'Antoni's mistake was he let his team shoot too damn much. I think that was a major issue. And like I told people, the Golden State Warriors versus Houston is the NBA Finals before the NBA Finals. And, you know, everybody in Houston knows that everybody in Houston knows they could have beat the Golden State Warriors, but they made too many fucking mistakes. One too many mistakes. You know? Because this year's Houston Rockets team, they were able to knock down threes consistently, just like Golden State. It's just Game 7 was the major factor in them losing. Had they went to Clint Capella more often inside, had they had Chris Paul, You know what I'm saying? Had Chris Paul not been injured, they would have went to the NBA Finals and pretty much did the same shit to Cleveland.
Yeah.
They would have did the same thing. It would have been a sweep easily. Chris Paul, James Harden, and then those shooters from Houston. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know, but again, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors and congratulations to the Curry family. Congratulations to Durant, NBA Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how I feel, he's still the MVP. That's not going to change anything. So, but Kevin Durant does deserve props, regardless of how I feel about that situation.
Yep. And they did in front of Kevin Durant. He's saying,
yeah.
Shit.
You know.
So I guess they gave. But then they saying no. And then I was trying to argue. And let me say this. We're trying to wait on all that damn wind to get out of Jimmy's ear. I get sick and tired of motherfuckers want to tell me that Kevin Durant was chasing the ring. You all are forgetting the real reason why Kevin Durant left OKC. Need we say more? Now, if you can't figure that out, shame on you. And but hold on, but I don't blame them. Everybody's saying that you don't go to the team that beats you. Okay, yeah, we understand the old adage is if you can't beat them, join them. But I mean, fucking Billy Donovan in his first year did the fucking unthinkable. He put Greg Popovich out. The Spurs had the second best record behind Golden State. They put the second best team of the NBA out. They dominated. The Spurs was up 2-0, and then all of a sudden, Kevin Durant and we talked about this dude several times and don't talk about his ass no more. Russell Westbrook. They were on their fucking A game. They dominated the Spurs. But what happened?
Yep.
When they were up 3-1 on Golden State, they had Golden State defeated. And you gotta fault Russell Westhaven on that because he was back to being his old fucking damn self. I'm saying it right here. I've never been a fan of Russell Westbrook, and I never will be. I don't like his play. He stays pets. He passed stats too much. He's a fucking leader, and there was no fucking way in the damn world. No way in the world that OKC, when you got him, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, there was no way in the fucking hell OKC should have lost the first round of the damn playoff. It was no fucking,
shouldn't have.
Not fucking damn excuse. But when you matched up against somebody like James Harden and Chris Paul, that excuse is very reasonable. When you think about it, Westbrook, he wants to play. Big shout out to my boy Mario Smith. He said it best. Westbrook wants to be the fucking hero too goddamn much.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't want to play with Russell Westbrook neither, man. Fuck you. You want this your team? They gave Sam Presti or Sam Presti, whatever the fuck his name is. He loves you. He loves Westbrook so much. He gave him a nice ass contract extension that doesn't kick in till September. People, 5 years, $205 million. Do the math. $41 million a fucking damn year. Plus the man gonna make his bread off the TV revenue.
Yep.
I dip too. Shit.
Yeah, and let me say this too. I don't have no problem with a guy ring chasing, because the thing is, if we're gonna complain about people range, not just that. If we're gonna complain about ring chasing, let's get on these GMs and these hoe ass owners of these NBA teams. Because look at the way Vlade Divac, bitch ass, complaining NBA player who complained about every goddamn fucking foul, old soft in the booty ass motherfucker. I'm calling Vlade Divac what he is. The way he did DeMarcus Cousins was fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying? The way
But
say what? Go ahead. But what I'm saying is
Go ahead. Well, go ahead and say what you got to say. Look, I'm going to tell you about how I'm going to go ahead and say this. But when the media confront him about it, he basically justified that he fucked them over because he felt like it. He didn't want to say it in so many words, but dude, he felt like it. You keep denying every motherfucking sports outlet, even your own local news outlet, an interview, a comment.
Man, let's stop being petty about these motherfucking media outlets because they can work for you and they can work against you. These guys are fucking biased. Let's just keep it 1,010.
But yeah, I know that they're biased. And then it was one sports station in another, I think it was CBS affiliate in Sacramento. They came on out with it. And one dude said they get tired of getting fucking statements from Bloody Divac. They want to hear from his fucking mouth. And one of them had the nerve, and they said what really tipped it was the fact that he was called petty. So that's when Divac found it, and he came on out with it, talking about, and he admitted, yeah, I'm petty. I was petty for doing that.
But the thing,
when you admit to being petty about the shit, okay, you get my respect. But goddamn, you got rid of all these cousins, man, for nothing.
Yeah, but the way these owners do these players, that's the reason why Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson. Yeah, that's the reason why the guys like Kareem and Oscar Robertson fought for free agency in the NBA. That's the reason why Curt Flood opened the flood. I mean, Curt Flood, this goes all the way back to baseball because Curt Flood is the reason why you have free agency in sports. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he sacrificed his entire Hall of Fame career, which like Cooperstown, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not big of a baseball fan until the World Series or the playoffs. But somebody need to put Curt Flood in the fucking Hall of Fame, because if it wasn't for fucking Curt Flood, these dudes would not have the big contracts they have because of Curt Flood. Curt Flood sacrificed his entire career with the Cardinals, one of the best sluggers in history. He sacrificed his entire career just for those guys to get the money they got. Without free agency, half these sons of bitches would not have the money they have. You know what I'm saying? Because he sacrificed it. He went to the Supreme Court and lost. But ultimately, the owners came back and said, you know what? What Curt Flood was saying was the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And then Oscar Robertson, throughout his career, you know what I'm saying? And Kareem was fighting for free agency, and they eventually got granted and stuff like that. And then it trickled down to NFL and NHL. This dude, he's the reason why they have what they have. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't blame a guy for ring chasing, because these owners, when you get old and crippled, they don't give a fuck about you. They really don't give a fuck about you. So if I'm complaining about ring chasing, good. You should not be on a mediocre ass team. I don't give a fuck if a dude go get his ring at Miami, go get his ring at Golden State, go get his ring somewhere better. That's good, because these owners, you exercise your free agency. If the team ain't acting right, hey, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and go somewhere else, man. Go where the grass is greener. Go where the oranges taste a little sweeter. You know what I'm saying? And I wish sports fans would stop complaining about that, man, about ring chasing. Go where you gonna get. Go where your legacy.
I look at it like this. Excuse me, y'all. I look at it like this. Durant wasn't just chasing the ring. He's one. He was chasing, baby. Okay, let me put it like this. Everybody say that Durant was chasing the ring, right? Okay, bullshit. Durant just needed to change. Period. And then he also was chasing paper. It also was like he's chasing paper. I look at it. Hey, he was chasing. He was chasing paper. He, not only was he chasing. Like I said, not only was he chasing paper. Hey, he just needed to change the scenery. He just needed to change the scenery. That's the main thing. Because you think about it, he got tired. He got tired of fucking Russell Westbrook. Let's just be real. He got tired of Westbrook. Yeah. And that's what happened, and that's what it is. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I say, man, he deserves to get his shine, man. You know, I'm not saying he should get an MVP like that, but again, congratulations. But if he don't want to play with a mediocre motherfucker like Russell Westhaven, who gonna hog the ball, that's gonna stall him out from getting a championship on the court, then hey, go for it. If you was the type of guy that was gonna get $24 million a year with a possible NBA ring attached to it in 2 years, anybody would go for it. He was getting the money, and he was getting a championship to go with it. And here's another thing. He lowered his salary this year. He told the general manager of the Golden State Warriors, "Hey, lower my salary because I want Curry back and I want Klay Thompson back. I want to be able to re-sign him so we can get a chip."
And see, and
he told him that, yeah.
And I remember that after he won the championship. After he won the championship, he did, man. I think they gonna, you know, Swaggy P, when they showed the videos of this shit, that man he was sipping on champagne. He got his ring. They talking about he, you know, Swaggy talking about Swaggy P was chasing ring. No, Swaggy P jumped up on opportunity. Even though I like the man's personality and shit, and you know, he got tired. Hey, he got tired of losing. He won't fuck around with the damn Lakers and shit, man. Hey, he can say, "Yeah, I got a championship. What's y'all fuckers do?" And he contributed off the bench. So you can't say he didn't contribute in the playoffs. He did.
Yeah. Yeah, man. After all that mess that went on with with that crazy dude, man.
Man, let me tell you something. He still got a lot of growing up to do. And that's why you don't hear much about him, D'Angelo Russell. All I gotta say is this, fellas. D'Angelo Russell is the poster child of fuckboys, okay? And there's an adage. Like they say, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. What goes on the road stays on the road. What's said behind closed doors stay behind closed doors.
And not just that, guys need to learn how to have guy code.
Yeah.
Guys need to learn guy code. Because we don't have guy code like that no more. Now, for the most part, the women have girl code, especially when they need to have it. But guys don't have guy code no more. You got dudes out here. You got dudes out here telling everybody's business, telling their mama's business, telling their daddy's business, just telling everybody's business like it ain't nothing, like a little gossiping ass bitch.
And let me say this for the record, because I've experienced y'all. Hell, your fathers don't know how to respect guy code neither. Take for somebody who knows. So that's a long story by itself. Because you don't go around telling everybody, you know. And if you are a father, if your son doing something seriously fucked up, take this advice: shut the fuck up.
You know, or just pull them to the side.
Like you just pull them aside and say, "Hey man, just have some text. Say, hey man, like if I had a son, I was like, look, come here, let me talk to you for a minute. I was gonna say, hey, I don't appreciate this little fuckboy shit you doing. I was gonna come out real with it. I was just telling him, I don't like fuckboys around me. I was say it like this: I don't like fuckboys around me. And I'm looking at one right now. And I was saying, I'm looking at one right now. That's because you're doing a whole lot of fuckboy shit that's not only making yourself look bad, but you making me look bad as well. So either cut it out. You got two choices. Either you cut it out or you get out. You can't stay here. You can't stay here be doing no fuckboy shit. You can do either one or the other. You can't do both. Not up in here.
Yeah. And we got to learn how to have guy code. We got to bring back that guy code, man. We got to learn how to pull guys to the side and be like, hey, you fucking up, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same, man. You know, you got people that are so quick to put people on blast. They're so quick to, you know what I'm saying? You got people that's so quick to, like, you know, embarrass motherfuckers, man. No, some things you need to pull a guy to the side on and be like, hey, you fucking up, dude.
And that's bad. I think Byron Scott was a coach of the Lakers too. He even said that was, you know, Byron Scott even said that was D'Angelo was he was hard to coach, man. And it's like, and he even pulled him out and said, look, dude, that, you know, and who I think Byron Scott is a good ass coach too, but you got to give him a team to work with. You know, I mean, I was saying D'Angelo Russell is the prime boy, and that's why his girlfriend broke up with him. Then when she broke up with him, the man announced on Twitter, he got on Twitter, started being petty, and announced all her business. I'm like, damn, did this man not have a dad growing up?
And even without a dad, even with you not having a dad, I mean, that plays a major factor, I know. But this dude couldn't have been around any males whatsoever around any males. He couldn't have been around any kind of street dudes because, like,
He get his ass
even
shit.
when I was
But
growing
like,
up,
I got one better.
uh-huh.
He couldn't be around the niggas on South Parkway in Lauderdale.
Man, he'll end
No
up in that
shit.
non-Connor Creek some fucking way. He'll end up in non-Connor Creek somewhere. But the
No
thing is, he
shit.
couldn't have been around. He couldn't have been around no kind of street dudes, even without a father. Like, to some degree, I had some street dudes that pulled me to the side when I was doing something stupid and stuff like that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
some of the game I activated, and some of the game I didn't. But, like, dude, this dude couldn't have been around no kind of street cats, no kind of masculinity whatsoever. I mean, and this is to the guys that's 30s and 30 and up. Start lacing some of these teens and dudes in their 20s with some game, man, because a lot of these dudes are just they just lost, man. They be around their aunties and mamas and shit like that. They be in a house full of women and stuff like that, and they do not
Yeah.
know how to be a man whatsoever. A lot of times y'all women be like, well, I'm the mama and the daddy, and that's where y'all motherfuckers fucking up. You there needs to be a male be around another
Excuse my
male.
dog, man.
The
He
best
barking.
the best way to teach a man how to be a man is to be around a real
Be
man.
around me. A woman,
You know,
and I'm gonna cut you off. It's like what I told someone. A woman can't raise a fucking man. I said, now if it's possible, then I mean, then we all need to have a fucking reality check. Cause like
yeah.
and Jimmy, cause like I never detail anything about my personal life. Cause see, I'm not gonna share this video on Facebook, but because if I do, I'm gonna have to block certain people out from seeing it and listening to this. I'm dealing with a guy. I'm dealing with one that's 22 years of age. He's about to be 22 this month. Okay. All right.
Hmm.
And just give a sharing a little insight here. I'm dealing with one that's 22. He's about to be 22 years old. Yes, and yes, if I was old enough to have a blood son, believe me, he wouldn't be doing none of the shit this one doing here. But you can tell who was raised as what. I mean, to give a, I always make an analogy because Jimmy, you find a homeless man on the street, right? Homeless man been about to freeze to death. You get the man, take the man to your house. Um, warm him up or whatever. Well, let's just do one better. It's hot as a motherfucker outside. And you bring this man here to your house. You got a mother-in-law dish in your house. He live in your mother-in-law dish in your house for a while. Say till he get back on his feet. You help the man get him a job and everything. And then we back on his feet. Instead of him shaking his hand, give you hugs, saying, hey, thank you. He spit in your face and then slap you and go on about his business. Okay? See,
Yeah.
that's something I'm dealing with here.
Well, we'll talk about that off air. That
Yeah.
particular situation we'll
Yeah.
talk about off air.
So,
But but like again, man, you know, let's try to lay some of these young cats with game because these dudes are lost. Even
damn,
in my
the
20s.
damn girls got more fucking game than the girls, than the guys.
And here's the thing. Even in my when I was in my early 20s, I tried to lace people with the game I knew at that particular time because I knew it wasn't a lot of male masculinity, people being masculine then. But you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
30 and up in particular, guys, we need try to lay some of these young cats with game and young cats get somebody that's gonna mentor you and put you up on game as well. That's
Yeah.
another thing. Some of these guys got to be receptive to the game as well because I can't put it all on the older cats and on the young cats. You know what I'm saying? There got to be some type of camaraderie up in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to realize you don't know everything. Even at my age now, I always do research. I'm researching about
Mm-hmm.
stuff every day. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my homeboy was talking that who lives with me. He's trying to get in the music game, and there are certain things about the music game that I know all day, every day on a historical level. You want to talk about Michael Jackson, I got it. If you want to talk about Prince,
Yeah.
I got it. If you want to talk about James Brown, I can run you through his bio all day. You know what I'm saying? But it was certain things I didn't know about some of those guys that I had to research on GP, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know this person wrote this song here and there. You know, I didn't know this
Mm-hmm.
shit. Damn, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? And that's just an example of what I'm talking about. You know, about regular street things. I always do. I do research every day. You know what I'm saying? So I consider myself to a certain degree, in my humble opinion, as a historian. Whether it's basketball, football, any kind of history you want to talk about, I can talk about that all day. And I can pull up the receipt. You be receptive to the receipts. That's a whole nother ball game. But I do consider myself a historian. You know what I'm saying, in my own right, because I research every day. When I get off these
Yeah.
live streams with my homeboys are talking about boxing or talking about any sports or arguing with Ticket TV, some of that sometimes, shout out to that brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
research. I'm backtracking what I say sometimes so I can make sure I'm on top of my shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
doing your research is a lifetime process. You know what I'm saying? Just like my martial art instructors say, martial art is a lifetime process. Doing your research and studying history is a lifetime process. You know what I'm saying? So guys, do your research, stay on top of your game, and always be open to new information. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be open to every information out there. I'm not saying that, but you should have enough ears to listen. Listen for a
Right.
second. You know what I'm saying? Take time to listen. Sometimes you might find out something you don't know. And
Yep.
I'll even go as far as saying this. Sometimes a damn fool can give you a little wisdom if you listen long
Thank
enough.
you.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. Because it's
You know,
like,
so
but but I mean, cut you off. Like you said, talk about out there. It's something I want to talk about, but I'm just gonna put it like this. They're just a prime example about a woman shouldn't raise a fucking man. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it like that because I can tell. I'm just gonna leave it. Just gonna leave it like it is because you know it's just a prime example. Like they say, woman can't raise a man, can't raise a boy to be a man. I mean,
yeah.
prime example of my environment. Just put it like that. But I can say
Yeah.
like with my father, I mean, I've gone on record and said it on here, and everybody agreed with me. Folks said I went to school with, and folks that knew my father with, longer than anybody else had. Yeah, he was a fuck boy, and I said in my dad's funeral, man, I said, and everybody thought I was wrong for saying it, but it was the truth. I said that I felt, and I quote, I felt Pops treated his family more as a minority, and no, well, I know what I said. I'm just adding, I'm adding it. I basically said that my pops treated the streets like a main bitch, and his family was a side chick. Now that's me being real, but what I said the church was he treated the streets as a priority, and the family was the minority. So I mean that's just how I felt. But hey, I would say, hey, he raised me to be the man that I am.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes moms try to steal her little toughness. I just like laugh on me. Fuck on some, my mind as a kid, 11, 12-year-old kid, fuck on somewhere. Because, she didn't have a father growing up. So, I mean, I did, but like I said, he was in and out. He was in and out. One time my pops was at home, was like, there was money in the house. If there wasn't none in the house, oh, he was gone. So,
Yeah.
but like I said, that subject right there is kind of touchy on my end. I would just say that
Yeah.
a young man is an example of women do not need to be raising boys to be men. Let's just put it like that.
Yeah. And here's the thing with that too. As far as your dad is concerned, me personally, I wouldn't put it out there because I can write a whole book on my dad, but
Yeah,
I
me
just don't put it
too.
out there like that. But I would say this though: teach other guys to be better than what your dad could have been and what you can be as
Yeah,
well.
I
Because
mean,
sometimes if you lace a person with enough knowledge, guess what? They can turn out to be better than you are just on little nuggets. You'll be surprised how little things can make a major difference. Because like my homeboy's dad that lived with me, his dad was had always inspired me. He never had a long conversation, but the things he did say was inspirational. You know, we didn't
Hmm.
have we probably our conversations probably was 5 minutes long at
Yeah.
bare minimum. But you know what he did say, he always encouraged me and stuff like that. You know, he never knew what was really going on with my life, but he always encouraged me. And I even said that at his funeral. You know, when he died, because you know I broke down when the guy had died. You know what I'm saying? You know, because he died under some crazy circumstances, and I'll talk about that outside off the air as well. But the
Yeah.
guy, all you know, and that's all I could. You know, never said anything negative, never said anything
What's
positive
up with
about
your
my
mic,
friend.
dude?
Oh, is my mic fucked up? Can you hear
Yep.
me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, it was getting
Yeah,
to be down
but
up there.
okay, but yeah, you know, when he was mad at his son, when I came around, it was just some about me. But the conversation never lasted past 5 minutes. But you know, when I needed somebody to pick me up for a ride, he like, hey, go get James. You know, get your friend James. You know, because you know anybody that knows me personally know I can't drive a cat on power wheels out the house.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just
Hmm.
being 110, and I have no problem with saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, he would always be like, "Hey, you know, your boy James called. Hey, go pick him up. He might need to ride somewhere." He just knew he knew what it was. So, and I would
Hmm.
always pay him put gas in his car.
Yeah.
So sometimes
You
it
know,
just
I
take a few
had, I
seconds.
mean, because at first, hey, I didn't know how to drive myself, but like a knock on me. You know, hey, I'm just gonna come out here and say it. I didn't get my driver's license until I was like 23,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I didn't have a car. I knew how to drive. But I didn't have a car. So,
yeah. And for a lot
and
of people, and I've been criticized for this for years, but let's be real here. Hell, Albert Einstein didn't know how to tie up his fucking shoe, but he was
true.
known as one of the greatest geniuses of all time. Quincy Jones got into a car accident the first time he got behind the wheel, but he's known
Hmm.
as the greatest producer of all time. And you
Hmm.
know how I feel about Quincy Jones. I call him Crispy Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For the
that's another
fuck shit he
discussion
said
another
about
time. Yeah.
yeah, for the fuck shit he said about Michael Jackson, and people on here already know what he said. But
Hmm.
you can't take away he's the greatest producer of all time. Shit. And he got
True.
into a car accident. And he said, I'll
Yep.
never get behind the wheel again. You know what
That's
I'm
true.
saying?
And
And
he
he
got
showed
them
up.
on drive.
Yeah, and
Hey,
he
hold, hey,
showed up and go ahead.
we finna do a breaking in with boxing with Jimmy and other fights because I heard about UFC things. CM Punk, he lost his fight, so we don't know what's next for him. Who really don't give a fuck? But I'm gonna take a keyword there is breaking. I got a bathroom break and figures. Jimmy's gonna break in with boxing. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Oh, okay. What's going on, everybody? Live and direct at full effect on the boxing news. Gonna talk about a little bit UFC news as well. But on the boxing end, Terrence Crawford just straight dominated and treated Jeff Horn, aka Jeff Corn, like a little hoe last night. He beat him all 9 rounds on my scorecard and eventually knocked his ass out. Got a TKO stoppage. My friend said it was a premature stoppage, but it was an easy work of him, man. He just outboxed him the whole night. You know what I'm saying? He mostly was in the southpaw stance the whole night. He went into the orthodox right around round 7 and hit him up with some key shots. But round 8 was the deciding factor because he was hurt going back to the corner in round 8, and in round 9, you know, he was out of there. So congratulations to Terrence Crawford for winning his third world title in 3 divisions. He's also the former undisputed 140-pound champion uh, in his weight class, in his old weight class of 140 pounds. So congratulations of Terrence Crawford. He proved why he is ESPN and should be Ring Magazine's pound for pound boxer in the world. With that, so congratulations. Another congratulations shout out to is Jamel Charlo. He got a majority decision win over Alston, no doubt. Trout knocked him down twice in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Made pretty much made easy work of him. Had a little struggle here and there because Austin Trout is one of those tricky southpaws, and you know how southpaws are. But he made easy work of Austin Trout. You know, going to a majority decision, which I don't know what's up with these judges sometimes, but it is what it is. So, you know, congratulations to him. Uh, Leo Santa Cruz victory. I don't know how that fight turned out. I'm gonna go to my Wikipedia page real quick. Yeah, he got a unanimous decision according to CBS Sports, and that's a congratulations to Leo Santa Cruz. You know, he made easy work of Abner Mares in the fight for LA. Good congratulations to that brother. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty much a good fight. In other UFC news, in UFC news, I should say, my boy Yoel Romero lost a decision to Robert Whitaker. Very good fight. Fight could have went either way against Robert Whitaker and Yoel Romero, but very good fight last night, to say the least. I think that should have been a draw, but congratulations to both men and congratulations to the winner, Robert Whitaker. Are
And
you
I'm
back in the
back.
house, baby?
Yes, sir. That boy, that man, the ultimate kidney cleaner, cranberry juice, along with water. Yeah,
Oh,
it do some wonders.
too much information, nigga. Too much information, nigga. But I digress. but but yeah, man. What we was talking about before you left, by the way,
Well, we was
because
talking
I need
about
to.
like when you saying about Quincy Jones, you say Quincy Jones and stuff like that. But here's also another thing too. You know, when you say you can't, well, a woman can't raise a boy to be a man. You know, father can't. You know, a man can't raise. If a man can't raise, it could be a woman.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. You
You
know
know,
what I'm saying? But
because you have too many, because you have too many of our beautiful women turning into butch boys, walking
yeah,
around like
that's
they're all
that.
tough and everything. You know what I mean, and your daddy who again?
Yeah,
Because it's like I'm
and,
not saying
and
names. I know some former schoolmates of mine. Their daughters looking like me. Like, no, you can't be. Hell no. You know,
yeah, yeah. There needs to be some type of femininity there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you definitely need women around for both. I mean, both parents need to be there. That's why it's important to have both parents there, because if you just have a dad there for the girl, because the dad is supposed to protect the girl, but sometimes if she's around her father too much, what ends up happening is she will take on masculine characteristics too much. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So that's the thing. So it's supposed to be, dad's just supposed to be there for protection of the family. You know what I'm saying? And the woman's supposed to give the balance, supposed to be the nurturer of the family. So whenever that shit, whenever that doesn't coincide, that becomes a problem right there.
True. That's true.
Yeah. But I wanted to get back on
Yeah, because
Quincy
we.
Jones real fast. And even though he could not drive, he always made his meetings and his recording sessions on time. You know what I'm saying? In spite of not being able to know how to drive at all. So
Mhm.
again, I have a lot of feelings toward that guy, but that in itself is an accomplishment in its own right. We forgot to talk about where LeBron James is going to go as well.
Oh, we ain't forgot, but this is where I think. Let's just start. Well, let's just start with the team where he may be leaving. Okay. Now, if LeBron's gonna stay, this is what I think is gonna happen. I think Tyronn Lue is gonna get the axe because keep in mind that's Dan Gilbert. I mean, this same Dan Gilbert that fired the two-time coach of the year, Mike Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted to give an excuse talking about I just wanted to appease LeBron. No, that didn't appease him. You know, he said Mike Brown didn't
Yeah.
have nothing to do with that equation, you know. But I
Yeah.
think Tyronn Lue is going to go. And Dwayne Casey right now is the hottest coach everybody wants. I'll just hope, and yeah, and where I'm going at is this: if he doesn't get the Pistons job, Pistons GM stupid or whoever's getting ready to oversee things with Detroit, they dumb as hell to hire not to hire this man. But that would be something if Dwayne Casey coached LeBron and Taylor make that offense that he did run with Toronto is a perfect fit for LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's
see
true.
this man. I mean, I don't want to see him at. Charlotte because he doesn't have enough. Well, yeah. Well, let's just be here real here. If Dwayne Casey were to go to Charlotte, Kim, in my James Earl voice, Kimber Walker. You know that, yeah. Who would want to coach Kimber? But see, Kimber, he's a free agent this year, so he may be going down there with little Greg Popovich. And believe me, Greg, that's a guy that Greg Popovich wants. He can score and pass. But when you look at it, if Dwayne Casey were to go to like Charlotte or whatever, that's the only piece he'll have. Because Michael Kidd Gilchrist, he all he does is play defense. He doesn't have an outside shot. Nothing. He don't have any good outside shooters other than Kimber Walker. And Michael Kidd Gilchrist's position is the small forward. And sometimes he'll play shooting guard, but he doesn't shoot. He don't have anybody. Nicholas Bantam. I don't know anything about him. I mean, Charlotte don't have no pieces to work with, man. And with the owner having, where we all know who the owner is, with him having a say on what's supposed to go on, I mean, Charlotte's not going to get over that hump. Charlotte's not going to get the right player. So I think Dwayne Casey is not a good fit for Charlotte. But if he were to coach at Cleveland, maybe that'll make LeBron stay. But if LeBron doesn't stay, he gonna work with the pieces of what he got, and I think Cleveland will still be a good playoff team with or without LeBron. Now, because I mean, think about it. If LeBron were to leave, this would be the star lineup. Who the fuck is the point guard? Cleveland.
Man, you know what? I haven't been keeping it up with it since old boy left. To be honest with you,
but
I was about to say Larry. I was about to say Larry Nash, but that would have been something stupid.
Yeah, but no, George Hill's the point guard, and Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless doesn't like George Hill. We all know that. Let's see. Now if LeBron is to leave, this would be Cleveland's possible starting lineup. George Hill, Jordan Clarkson, Rodney Hood, Kevin Love, and Larry Nance Jr.
I agree.
And, he's going to have a good bench. Yeah, I know I omitted J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson. Here's why. J.R. Smith is out of here, people. He's out.
Yeah, J.R. Smith got to go.
He got to go. Like Shaq said, you got a couple of high-paid bums, so they got to go. Trick Bitch Thompson, he got to go. He's just making that money. Yep. He's just making money to pay the baby mamas he got. He got to bounce. Now, and on a side note, if you gentlemen want to know a prime example of a fuck boy that did have a father, that does have a father in his life, Tristan Thompson's one. So JR, he got to go. Tristan Thompson got to go. And you saw when they traded Amon Shumpert, they signed Amon Shumpert all that money. So, and not only they traded Amon Shumpert, they traded their contract to Sacramento also. So he got in the Sacramento starting lineup, and he was pulling his weight, dude. He wasn't averaging no bum ass 6, 7, 5 points a game. This dude was averaging like 11 to 12 a game.
Yeah.
And playing ball. So that's a star lineup without LeBron. Now, with LeBron, this will be the starting lineup for Cleveland. George Hill, Jordan Clarkson, Rodney Hood, LeBron James, Kevin Love. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
And then also you have to factor in on the fact that Cleveland has the 8th pick in the draft. So I hope that they are not talking about drafting either Trey Burke. Well, not Trey Burke. Well, what's the dude named Trey?
Trey something from Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, yeah. Fuck.
I can't think of it myself. Trey
Young.
Trey Young, yeah.
They better not draft this man because he got a lot of question marks. Michael Porter Jr. He has a lot of question marks. He's the best player in the draft, and when somebody busts him out and says you can't call yourself the best player in the draft, you only played 3 games this year.
Yeah.
It was somebody on ESPN said that shit. He said, "Well, Mike, you only played 3 games this year. How are you the best player?" And he didn't show up in neither one of them. 30% shooting from the field, so that's gonna be a question. So how can you be? How can you talk about? You feel you can be a first round pick, but you ain't did shit.
Oh yeah.
G League, yeah. But I think Cleveland would probably go for somebody that would be like, whoa, what the fuck? And by the way, episode 15 will be that the NBA draft and the NBA awards, because I will be on a 4-day vacation, so there won't be any Let's Draw or something next Sunday. We'll be back on the following Sunday. So, but that's why I said that'll probably make LeBron stay in there. Plus, Cleveland got the highest fucking. And here's another thing. See, Cleveland got the highest fucking payroll in the NBA, bar none. There is. So LeBron got a $35.6 million option, and I think he'll take it.
Yeah.
But that won't guarantee them going back to the finals. But this is what I do. I said, I'll still get rid of 2 bums I don't want on the team. That's JR and Tristan Thompson. Give me somebody that'll compliment them. Get rid of them.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Now, as far as his landing spots go, what everybody's saying that he may go to Houston. I don't know if his body can handle that 7-second offense from Mike D'Antoni. Okay? That fast-paced, high-octane offense. But it would compliment LeBron some too, because he don't play defense. You got that.
Yeah.
Here's another team. It'll make Skip Bayless still say that he'll be sick in his stomach if it happens. If LeBron James go to San Antonio, where the fuck would that leave Kawhi? Now, if you make a sign and trade, you better give Cleveland Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
But that'll make Skip Bayless sick in his stomach. Keep Greg Poppins giving LeBron James. But I think, man, be honest with you, he's gonna stay. And I'll still say it all depends on that draft pick.
Yeah.
Because free agency got to start in July.
Yeah.
He got to July. He know what he's doing. So it's just scenarios there, man. I stay. It all depends. It all depends on that LeBron. It all depends on LeBron's draft pick. I mean LeBron. Well, I said it right. Cleveland's draft pick. Now, and that's so it's more like to stay with Cleveland, but if he decides to leave, hey, hush.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't stay, you got Houston. Greg Popovich already said he's gonna make a pitch for San Antonio to get him, and then you got the Lakers. So, I think that's really his main destination. He'll probably go to the Lakers.
I'm suggesting Houston, because Houston is closer to getting there than probably a Lakers. Lakers, you gotta trade a whole bunch of people to get that shit right. And I don't know, brother. But if he could go to LA, he could end up in Houston, he could end up in Philadelphia, or he could just simply end up back in Cleveland, aka Deceive Land. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see where he gonna go. I would suggest that he go to Houston. I'm gonna just be honest with you, but
because his BFF played with the team, Chris Paul. So
Yeah. So, and
And my
from
boy,
what I understood,
let me cut you. I apologize, man. My boy Kenyon Martin, he broke it down pretty good about why pick players don't like Chris Paul. He said Chris Paul's a politician. He's
uh-huh.
he a locker room politician, and then when you work for the NBA, you're a politician. He said, and a lot of people do not like politicians. I agree. Because sometimes,
Yeah.
I stated on here, Chris Paul's a good player, but he played politics too much. That's why I just said, and I said in your hell, you got politics going on everywhere. It's not just in sports. It's just with the government and go on with your job. And that's why I
Mm-hmm.
said you motherfucking that and shit. And the best politics where you can learn from be, and as Jimmy said, from the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but if he go to Houston, though, man, I mean, let's see, you gonna have and knowing Ron Morley, he'll probably do his best to keep that roster. He'll probably just trade a couple draft picks here and there to get LeBron for
Yeah.
LeBron and some cash to put in his pocket. So
Well, ain't this his opt out year?
this is LeBron's opt out here because when he signed that extension back in the 3-year extension in 2016, because they said 2018 was his option year. He was due if he decided to take up on that 35.6 option. If he decided to go ahead and play a third year, then he'll get paid that.
Yeah.
So, right, like I said, me and Jimmy, we both agreed. We both think LeBron probably stay in Cleveland. If not, he'll probably go to Houston.
Yeah, but if he going to but like I said, if he's going to stay in Cleveland, he needs to make it very clear to Dan Gilbert that you going I feel like they're gonna have to get rid of Kevin Love. Kevin Love is a liability at this point. You're gonna have to get somebody for him. I mean, if and you're gonna have to get another point guard, particularly in the draft. If he can find somebody that he could school in the draft, that'd be cool. But he needs at least three guys that could. Well, he needs at least two other guys that could score outside of him. He needs somebody that is willing to take the shot outside of him. Because let's be clear, LeBron is not clutch. He's never going to be clutch.
Mm-hmm.
So we
I
got to
mean, you
take that
got
in
fucking Rodney
consideration.
Hood. He a 6'8" small forward. This dude wouldn't get. And this is what I want to get. This is what I understand. Rodney Hood went from averaging 18 game to bench minutes to bench points. Kyle Korver went from All-Star status to riding the bench.
Well,
I
let's take that
mean,
in.
but what the fuck is Tyronn Lue doing? I mean, hell, put him in the starting lineup if LeBron would leave, man. You gonna need some shooters. Kyle Korver can shoot that motherfucker.
Yeah,
That man to shoot,
and I
but
think.
I don't think he's been
Mhm.
quite the same since Dilladova fucked his damn knee up, and then when they told him, man, that he did it intentionally, he said, "No, I was just playing my game." You hurt the man. And then when David Lee was about to whoop your ass in that 2015 NBA Finals, when he jacked his ass up, told him, "You clip my knee again, I'm gonna whoop your ass." And Delvedova tried him, and shit. That's when Iguodala had to run over and get that man. Like,
But you know
shit.
how you settle that. You know how you settle that. You settle shit like that the way you do in the '80s. The
Give
way
him a
that
receipt.
yeah, the way like when Boston was playing dirty, when not Boston, but when Detroit Pistons was playing dirty versus the Boston Celtics in the '87 series that they played in the conference finals. Like Robert Parrish gave fucking what's that dude name? Bill
Man,
Laimbeer payback. That's how we did it in
and
our
the rest
day.
didn't cover.
And yeah, we get them motherfuckers payback. You just clip my knee. Okay, I got you. What I
Mm-hmm.
would go back right back. I would come right back down court and kick Dellavedova right in his ass. I wouldn't get mad at him or anything. I even did that in a basketball game before. Dude did a dirty play. Okay, I got you. I kicked the dude right in his ass. And the
And give
referee
him a
didn't even see it.
receipt.
The crazy thing, he didn't do whatever he did. He didn't do that shit no more.
Shit, and that was a funny thing. Robert Parrish, because Bill that big man, he said I was mad at the ref because he didn't call it.
Oh
But then
yeah,
the
he
refs,
had a bloody nose behind this shit.
the refs just looking at it like, hey, you did me, fair game, shit. Parrish wasn't playing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Parrish is an old country nigga, so you know he wasn't gonna retaliate against that old country nigga.
Mm.
Sure. Yeah,
Bam!
he old.
Shit. And like way LeBron be clowning over motherfuckers and shit. Now he be getting a receipt from that shit.
Oh yeah, like LeBron in the '90s. If he was
Mm.
playing in the '90s, like I said, man, that dude would be a 18, 20 point game scorer. He would not be a 27, 25 point game scorer in today's. That average would drop down because he don't have a consistent jumper.
No,
His
he
jumper
don't.
is
I mean, and then his free throw percent. I mean, hell, Jordan shot what 80-something% from the free throw line,
yeah,
and here and LeBron he's a career 67% free throw shooter.
yeah,
His best year shooting the 3-pointer was in 2013 was the 2012-2013 season. He shot 43%.
yeah,
That's when he at least gave a fuck.
yeah,
I mean, now I think his highest, the most that he shot in the playoffs was like 75% in the playoffs. That was last year against Toronto.
mm-hmm.
Remember when they might went 6 or 8 on 3 points. I
Yeah,
mean, now if you supposed to be all that like player and everything, I mean, you got to have everything. I mean, I don't know. I've never liked Christian Laettner ever since that shit ever since the night when the 91 Blue Devils had no fucking business beating UNLV that year. But the boy had a shot. The boy had game. I give him that. He had an inside and outside game. Couldn't nobody fuck with. You
yeah,
know? But I mean, what was one year when Laettner played for the Atlanta Hawks under Lenny Wilkes, the man shot like damn near 50% from the field and 47% from 3-point range for fucking power forward. He was giving fucking Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen hell. That one
yeah.
year they played him in the playoffs, Dennis Rodman like, no, I ain't fucking with that shit.
Oh
So,
yeah,
but like you said, you know, LeBron, he's not clutch. I've been saying that he's not clutch. He's not consistent. He doesn't have a consistent jumper, and he's just, you know. But I will give him this one advantage on Jordan. He does more shit outside the NBA than he did in it.
yeah.
You know,
I
I mean,
definitely give him
I give
credit
it
for
to him.
that.
That part is no business. You know, they put more kids through college, and as they say, you know, donate this and that for scholarships to high school. I mean, he gave back to Akron. He helped some things out at $1 million renovations with some schools in Akron and stuff like that. Yeah, I can see that happen. I mean, my MJ on the other hand, I mean, he hasn't done anything ever since he came over. He's making billions of dollars from his Jordan shoes and making money off from them being on the Charlotte Hornets. So, and he hasn't done nothing. He didn't even fight for the NBA to get the Charlotte the All-Star game back over Charlotte because of that LGBT bullshit, you know. But I ain't gonna take nothing away from him,
Yeah,
man, as a player.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I think as a player, he did a lot as a player for the community, but I can't argue with you when you say he hasn't done it since he became owner. You know what I'm saying? Because he did give out back to West Chicago and built that little what was that Boys and Girls Club, and a lot of people benefited from that. Uh,
Yeah.
he has a current program right now, the Michael Jordan Foundation, where he takes all over the world. See, Michael Jordan, the thing about he
Mike
doesn't.
went down.
I apologize for that in advance, but they say he don't do nothing, but Michael Jordan does do some things. Is the Michael Jordan Foundation? You know, do your research on that. He takes kids year in and year out all over the world. You know what I'm saying? He get kids in Asia, go all over the world and stuff like that. So I can't go as far. I think he doesn't put it out there like that, and it's not put it out like that. with MJ. You know what I'm saying? Something. So I'm not gonna sit up here anything.
Yeah.
You can just click on your thing and just do your research on that. You know what I'm saying? So put it out there. That's all that is. And when you don't put it out there, people be like, "Well, you haven't done nothing." Okay, prove that. You
Right.
know.
I mean, hey,
And
did you
then
check out that clip I sent you?
with Paul Mooney.
Not well, that and then the one with OJ Mayo. I don't know if I sent it to you or somebody else. When OJ Mayo told Michael Jordan he couldn't guard him, he said, "Hey, I need everybody out the gym, all cameras, everybody out the gym." And OJ Mayo got schooled that day. That day. So
I've seen OJ Mayo get it in. I mean, I saying, dude, and what is he doing in the NBA today now? Goddamn it, shit.
who Mayo?
What the hell he doing now in the NBA?
Well, hey, well, hold that thought. Let me get this door. Hold on.
Okay, god dang it.
Hey. Okay, my bad, y'all. OJ Mayo is currently out of the league right now. He's been banned from the league because of weed. So that's why I made a comment in the comment section of that video. That's why I said I hope OJ Mayo saved his money well. So, and I think he was trying to appeal it, and then NBA been giving him some BS. But yeah, he received a ban from the NBA because of that shit. So no, I'm hoping he playing somewhere else, like over in the Euro League or something, so he can make a little bit bread or whatever.
He actually is. He's playing for somewhere in Germany.
Okay. So yes, I mean, so I mean, his his career alone, his outside life and everything else has been shrouded in mystery. That's why everybody say OJ Mayo. Whereas everybody say Randy Moss, he's an enigma in football. OJ Mayo is the enigma in basketball because that
But
shit they went.
but
But
here's the, he's eligible for eligibility in the 2019 season. So he's currently playing for Atleticos de San German.
okay,
So that's
yeah,
Germany.
he'll be getting paid American money there. So I mean, as long as he keeping himself afloat.
Well, they're gonna pay
So
top dollar for him because he's been in the NBA. So they're definitely gonna pay him pretty good. I'll say he's making about maybe 1 million, 2 million a year out there. So he'll
yeah,
he'll be able to maintain his life, his lifestyle, and then not just that, if he want to, he can literally retire from the NBA now if he choose to, because they can't stop his pension at all.
no,
The only thing they can do is just ban him. They can just ban him and be
yeah,
like, hey, nigga, you can't come back to the NBA. But he's eligible for reinstatement next season. So he's been banned for a drug violation. But
yeah. That was the
weed,
drug
I think.
violation was the weed. So that what they said it was
But
weed.
here's the thing though. With weed, damn near every other dude smokes that shit in the NBA.
Yeah, and I think J.R. Smith is smoking a few blunts in game one. So
So that's some petty ass shit for the NBA to be. I think as long as they're not doing cocaine, as long as they're not alcoholic committing DUIs, I don't have no problem smoking weed with a motherfucker smoking weed, because I got people that are close to me that smoke weed. I have no problem with that. And I have no problem with that. Don't try to get me to smoke it, but hey, you
mm-hmm.
do your thing. I'm not the judgmental police or anything. Now, when you're doing cocaine, heroin, all the
Yeah,
heavy drugs, okay, I got a problem with that.
yeah,
But as long as the dude ain't doing coke, dope, crack, smack, I don't have no problem with that motherfucking shit. So I think the NBA is petty when it come to that. It's petty because black people typically, a lot of black people, especially athletes, they do weed. Most
yeah,
most athletes, even in the NFL, They do
Yep.
weed, and I don't even. And here's the thing, if you're playing football, any kind of football, I don't recommend that because I heard a bad story years ago about a guy smoking weed, playing football at the same time, and it was very tragic what happened to him. But
Yep.
but how a lot of guys get away with that in football is they swim. They go swimming to protect their lungs. Because if you smoking and playing football and getting hit, there is a possibility you can get killed on the football field. There's that possibility because they're taught to tackle in your chest. People are taught to tackle in your chest, and perpetual chest contusion can be just as bad as a concussion because what they say, if you get hit to the body in boxing, the old saying, yeah, you hit them in the body, the head will eventually fall, and that can happen. Because I have heard stories about that. A guy's getting killed on the field, just getting hit because these guys, and they found marijuana in their system. So I think the NFL banning it is a different ball game. Whereas in
Yeah.
basketball, I don't think that's big as a problem in the NBA because I know niggas that smoke 10 blunts will come out and play basketball and dog your ass out right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of petty and for the
Yeah,
NBA's
it
part.
is.
But
Yeah,
but
it is petty. So I mean, when you think about it like this here, when you fund the city in NFL, how come they couldn't ban Lawrence Taylor and that man's messing around blowing his nose and smoking?
with Lawrence Taylor was a big was almost the face of the league at that particular time in terms of defense. So that was a different animal right there. Now I don't agree with that either, blowing your nose, doing coke either. I don't
Mm-hmm.
suggest anybody do cocaine. I don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck how bad you think you is. Cocaine is a potent drug.
Yeah.
So I don't think he should have got a pass for that at all. But LT was the face of the league, so they couldn't afford to put him on blast because he was the face of the league. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the NBA, which is why they instituted flagrant fouls in the first place. Michael Jordan. And this is why I say Michael Jordan is a major difference because Michael Jordan changed rules in the NBA. He
Yep.
really is the reason why, to some degree, and I say some degree with respect to Michael Jordan, he is the reason why the NBA is somewhat soft. The reason why they even instituted the flagrant foul because Michael Jordan was complaining against the Pistons. But
Mm-hmm.
I will also preface this by saying Michael Jordan had a legitimate gripe with the
Yeah.
Detroit Pistons, saying because those dudes was one step from ending this dude's career. Had that not been instituted, Michael Jordan would have ended as fast as it got. So, what's the guy named David Stern had to do
Mm-hmm.
something about that in particular. He had to institute something because Michael Jordan was the highest grossing player in the NBA. Everywhere he went from 1987 to the end of his career, this including the time that he stopped playing as well. He was a high money maker for the NBA. NBA made more money because of Michael Jordan. So David Stern had to protect this cash cow. He had
Yep.
to.
Yep.
Otherwise, the Detroit Pistons would have ended that cash cow. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because and I'll go as far as saying that had the flagrant fouls had it been instituted sooner than later, guess what? The NBA, Detroit Pistons would have never beat the Chicago Bulls, and I'm saying that because guess what? They would have got their asses all would have got in foul trouble trying to guard Jordan. They all would have been kicked out the game trying to guard Michael Jordan. I think Michael Jordan would have easily won 9 or 10 NBA titles. Would have easily made 9 or 10 NBA championships. It probably would have went undefeated in all them motherfuckers. So
Yep.
again, back to what I was saying early in the podcast. Do not ever in your life compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan again. And I'm gonna go as far as if I can't reason with you motherfuckers, this is from Facebook, social media, or even in person. I'm gonna start blocking y'all asses because I'm getting tired of having this argument. And this
No,
is
don't
the
get petty
biggest
like that.
LeBron
That's
fan you
wrong.
ever gonna listen to. Yeah, I'm not finna. I have no dumbass argument like that no more. Michael Jordan had a will to win, made his teammates had a will to win. and he was a good game planner. And ask Horace Grant what he told his teammates. He was good at motivating his teammates. You didn't see him yell and scream at his teammates like that. If you
You
did,
can
it
see
was
that, man.
extremely.
Matter of fact, I'm putting it like this. You never saw
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. You never saw Michael Jordan pout. Look, oh, we had two timeouts. I'm sitting over here, put my towel on my head, now look at y'all. I'm sitting over here by myself.
And not just that. If you do your research with MJ, you know what I'm saying. Michael Jordan got fouled harder than anybody in today's NBA. He took clobberings. If you go
He
back and look
did.
at all the replay and highlights, I remember one play, some shit Kareem did to Michael Jordan. I'm like, damn, how did he get back up from that shit? That was some fucked up shit Kareem did. And you'll be strolling through the YouTube thing to find that, but
Yeah.
he got clobbered by Kareem. I mean, Michael Jordan took some badass fouls. As a matter of fact, he's always quoted as saying, he said the New York Knicks was more dirtier than the fucking Detroit Pistons, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't argue with him that because they always was one step from whooping each other's ass every game. You know what I'm saying? So
And here's another glaring thing. I looked at let me Google it right quick. When my in the 87, 88 season when Michael Jordan won them awards. Michael Jordan was also the first player to have 200 steals and 100 blocks that season. Also,
yeah,
he led the league. He led the league every year. He led the league in steals. Well, almost. I think he was like in the top 5, top 10 in steals every year. So,
yeah.
I mean, and I am, they say, but then you still gonna say that, LeBron's is a better
Nowhere,
player.
nowhere close. Nowhere close because if you gave Michael Jordan 6'8", he would have did the same thing LeBron did, if not better. Michael Jordan was 6'6", but if you give him a couple of inches more, even 6'9", he would have really been a motherfucker. He would have been averaging 40, 50 points a game with
I
that
mean,
height
and then
on.
check it out, and then and they said the 3-point line didn't exist in Michael Jordan's ADHD, but he took advantage of it. You know,
Yeah,
the man. I mean, and then check this out. When him and they said in that ADHD, when him and Dominique Wilkins, they were like the number one, number two. Dominique was like the leading scorer in the NBA until Jordan took that over from him. His
yeah,
Dominique was the same frame as LeBron now, but Dominique, he's more athletic. They listed Dominique at 220. He said I was 230 at best. He said I looked like I was 220 despite how skinny I was looking. You know, but he but shit, Dominique, I know he took advantage of the 3-point shot because he said he never had a 3-point shot. So he just said, man, fuck, I was gonna practice. He shut that
oh
hit
yeah,
down
he was.
here. And shit, he shut Dominique Wilkins down for a quarter. Dominique had like 26 points in 3 quarters, and when Jordan was scoring on was going, he didn't score none,
and
not a
and
one.
and that and that was rare that because Dominique is the only guy that could, outside of Clyde Drexler, that could really score on Jordan. But for him to shut him down at that particular time, oh, that was a motherfucker. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
All right, he was the. All right, and look at all this. Yeah, I didn't pull up all his Elizabeth accomplishments here. He was in the Hall of Fame class. He's in the Hall of Fame class 2009. 6-time NBA champion. 5-time NBA Most Valuable Player. 88, 91, 92, 96, 1998. 6-time Finals MVP. NBA Defensive Player of the Year. 10-time scoring champion from 87 to 93, then from 96 to 95. 3-time steals leader from 88, 1990, and 93. 3-time minutes leader from 87 to 89. 14-time All-Star. 3-time All-Star Game MVP. 2-time IBM Award winner. 11-time All-NBA selection. He was the second team. He was second team 1 year, made first team from 87 to 93 and from 96 to 98. 9-time All-Defensive NBA selection. Let me repeat that. 9 times All-Defensive selection. NBA All-Rookie selection and was Rookie of the Year in the same year. 2-time NBA Slam Dunk champion. Sport News Most Valuable Player of the Year, Sport News Rookie of the Year, Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year. He was ranked number one by Slam Magazine's top 50 players of all time. Ranked number one by ESPN Sports Century's top North American athletes of the 20th century. Selected in 1996 as one of NBA's 50 greatest players. And also is a member of two of the top 10 teams in NBA history, the 91-92 Chicago Bulls and 95-96 Chicago Bulls. 25 times NBA Player of the Week and 16-time NBA Player of the Month.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, and we're going to settle this argument here. We're going to close the book on the subject of LeBron James achievements and awards. By the way, MJ, that's ice cream.
Damn, I didn't know. Speaking of which, I didn't know Dominique Wilkins was drafted by the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, at first, and they traded him.
Yeah, they traded him because he didn't want to play with him. Yeah, I didn't. I'm looking this up right now as we speak, and I didn't know that.
I think he's diabetic as well.
Yeah, well, can't say it runs. Well, yes, he is a diabetic.
He got a nice looking wife too, though, man. Like, oh, damn, he getting young,
and not
boy.
just that, he makes money outside of the NBA because he was in a network marketing company called Organo Gold, and he was like the top money earner in that company.
Yeah.
He was making millions.
I think that's where he got his degree. He got his see, we went back to Georgia. He got his degree with something like with marketing and management, or something like that. And he gonna turn around and got another one in network administration, network marketing. All right, now here's what's his face's accomplishments.
Yep.
Three-time NBA champion, 3-time Finals MVP, 4 times NBA Most Valuable Player, NBA Rookie of the Year, the J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award. He won that last year. Okay, he was a scoring champion in 2008. 3-time All-Star Game MVP, 14-time NBA All-Star, 3-time NBA minutes leader, 14-time All-NBA. He made the first team 12 times, the second team twice. 6-time NBA All-Defensive, 5 times on the first team and 1 time second team. NBA All-Rookie first team.
Yep.
He was the 37-time Eastern Conference Player of the Month, 61-time Eastern Conference Player of the Week, and 6-time Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month.
Yep.
Okay, and I believe the only player that was able to pull off being regular season, playoff, no, what was that? Regular season and final. Damn, because Shaq did it in one season because he won the regular season and the finals MVP. And
Shaq did it.
All-Star. Yep. Shaq the only one to do it. He won the All-Star regular season and the finals MVP in 1 year.
Yeah,
that was unheard of. That's like, man, yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, because that year Shaq was on a mission.
Yeah. Yeah, Shaq, Kobe wouldn't have had nowhere near as many championships without Shaq. You know,
True.
Them 3 championships he won, Shaq was the facilitator. You know, I know Ticket always argue this, but dude, man, without Shaq getting everybody in foul trouble, man, Shaq, you had to clear the bench with Shaq, dude. That's the thing about Shaq. Kobe was good. I'm not taking nothing away from Kobe. And I know my homeboy in the sports group, Michael Gordon, he called him Hobie. But let's just be real. You know, Kobe's good, but he would not have 5 NBA. He would not have 5 NBA rings because with Shaq was a real big man. And outside of DeMarcus Cousins, I felt like he was the last of the real big men. Because you would foul out trying to guard Shaq. Now, Shaq can't hit no fucking free throws now. But I'm going to tell you that. You're not going to have nobody in the middle to guard him when push come to a shove. Because that led to Kobe being able to go to the goal and getting those easy baskets the way he is. Because if you don't have no center, guess what? You out of there. You out of there. You ain't got no rim protector or none of that. That's why I say, as good as Golden State is, Draymond, it would take all three of them. Draymond, JaVale McGee, all the motherfuckers would have been fouled out. So who
Yeah.
you got to defend the goal? Man, Golden State would have lost that. I'm telling you right now, Golden State would lose to any Lakers team with Shaq and Kobe.
Oh, no
Any
doubt.
Lakers team with Shaq, they would have lost easily. Cause you gonna have to hold Shaq. You gonna have to do the hack of Shaq. That fatigues your roster right there. You gonna have to pull niggas out that you ain't played the whole entire season. You got a 15-team NBA roster. I guarantee you, at least 5 of your players gonna be fouled out trying to guard Shaq, including some of your guards. Your guards gonna have to hack that motherfucker. So that it wouldn't have worked out. That's the reason why when you play Golden State, guys need to consider getting a real big man. Cause like
Yeah.
JaVale McGee, he ain't gonna be able to hold nobody like a fucking DeMarcus Cousins. I would say if you want to win a championship, somebody like a Cleveland, if Cleveland want to keep a LeBron James, they need to consider getting a DeMarcus Cousins or even a Anthony Davis. Those dudes create fouls. Those guys create problems.
Can you imagine?
And
Well, I'm gonna put it like this: if Anthony Davis leave New Orleans, that'll hurt them more than them losing Boogie Cousins.
I
But
agree.
but well, it actually pretty easy because see, if DeMarcus decide to dip and go to Cleveland, that's gonna hurt Anthony Davis because see, he really because really DeMarcus he can play small forward and power forward. He line up a small
Yeah.
forward, that's your ass because he's gonna be out there popping shots or
Yeah.
passing the ball. He playing power forward, that's still your ass.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know
Cause he can
that'll
play.
hurt me. That'll hurt me either way. I mean, but because like I said, I've been very critical about New Orleans on my podcast as late. I'm not. I've never been sold on Dale Demps as their general manager because he doesn't draft right. He doesn't he doesn't go after free agents like he's supposed to. Stuff that he's supposed to get, he don't get it.
Yeah.
I
The
mean, I
problem is he
know. I
doesn't.
mean, because like
Mhm.
with Chris, like I said, with Chris Paul publicly stated he wanted to go back to New Orleans. Dale Demps said he'll consider it, and then he turned around on the same day he got Rajon Rondo. I'm like, at least Chris Paul can shoot the 3-point.
Yeah.
Chris Paul gonna get it. And then said somebody he was more worried about if he was going to demote Drew Holiday down. Drew Holiday can play both point guard and shooting guard.
Not just that with Chris Paul. Chris Paul got a jumper. He got him even if he can't knock down the three. He got a mid-range jumper that nobody can stop. So I'm like this. It's like this, man. Chris Paul could give you is more valuable to the team than is more valuable to the team than a fucking Rondo.
Yep.
What the hell? He'll just happen.
Yeah. So, I mean, so like I said, NBA free agency is gonna be something. So that's gonna be preludes and everything. But other than that, man, business off. Anything else you like to add, man?
Man, nothing else, man. Just good show, man, and I'm glad to be here again, man. And like I said, man, just everybody subscribe to Craig and man, great show, man. And I'm glad you're having me again, man. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel at the Jimmy JSmoove Network as usual, man. So good show, man.
Appreciate it, man. And also, like I said on the side note, folks, there will not be a Let's Draw on Something next Sunday. I'll be kicking with moms and visiting some other family members up there around the Mississippi area. And then but we will be back on live the Bar Phrase from Jimmy JSmoove live direct full effect the Sunday after. So we're gonna be talking about the NBA draft and these NBA awards. So, and then also maybe and then the show after that we'll probably be talking about these. As we go, we're gonna be we'll about free agency. So we'll just give you some updates on future shows. And here's something I'm gonna throw in on here. If you guys like it in the live, like it's in live chat or in the comment section or whatnot, or you can add your comments on there. Let me say this: I got a notification from YouTube that if you when you create stuff in your creator studio on your desktop version or your laptop versions, the private messaging feature will not be available anymore because of minimal usage. But if there are some things that you would like, if there's things you would like to comment on or talk about, email me at craigsmith1478 at gmail.com, or you can just leave it in the comment section, either or. Give us something to talk about. Give us your thoughts on the show. And I'm considering doing a poll question on what it is that you like for Jimmy JSmoove I to talk about. Hell, Jimmy, you can even come up with some topics that you want me to talk about. It's a poll question or something, and it depends on you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna take Jimmy's advice and try to post as much videos as I can. Whether it be something that's going on in the news and stuff like that, or whatever, just everything random. But hey, you guys give us something to talk about, because I've been coming up with some of the most of this stuff. I mean, like I said, Jimmy, you feel free to come up with something that we can talk about with on the show, or anything. Like what we did on the last show when we got down and nitty gritty about what happened to me 10 years ago when I got fired from FedEx. And I noticed on that video there was one thumbs down. So whoever was getting thumbs down, hey, my middle finger salute to you. But other than that, a lot of people say it was a good video.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It was a good video. And now if you give it a thumbs down despite the distractions and stuff on there, hey, that wasn't my fault. That was the person that decided to just distract me while on live.
Oh yeah.
So
Most
let's just say that was, let's just come on that with it. Let's just say that was just some fuck shit on there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So and then that's and they do better about that, but they've been reprimanded. They have one more time. So this is gonna leave it on that way. I ain't gonna physically hurt them. I know how to give them a receipt. But other than that, y'all, like I said, episode 15, NBA Wars and NBA Draft, winners and losers. And also, and I may, and then also may throw some little snippets in about my little 4-day weekend with Malls in there. But other than that, once again, thank Jimmy JSmoove for joining me. Guy born raised 901, he represents 832, and y'all should know how he do. This is Craig Smith, Chicago born and raised. Moved to the 901 and here to 256. So other than that, peace out.
All right.
Yes, sir. You going on out here?
Yeah, but